Hello and welcome to another episode of Going Down with Robin Williams, the show where we go deep, deep, deep down into the nitty-gritty details of how martial artists use these moves so that hopefully we can figure out how it is that our belts pull this stuff off. In today's episode, episode 5, we're going to talk about how to maintain mount position when you're going up against a wrestler or somebody who really, really wants to come up.
Yes, just like the actor.
So, we just watched that through, and I know it didn't seem like a whole lot, but there are some tiny details that are important to go over in maintaining mount. So, just for some back history on my training partner here, just because I think it's applicable to what I'm going to be talking about today. So, this is a former high school wrestler. He's actually an MMA fighter as well. He's got a lot of experience with grappling and whatnot, and is currently a blue belt under the 10th Planet System. So definitely not the kind of person that you can just leave it be and hope everything be fine. Nope, he'll come for you. So I believe this originally started off me having his back because of the leg hook right here, but just specifically to talk about maintaining top position. So I ended up realizing that I didn't want him going any further forward and that the back take was not going to bear fruit. So actually what I did was I threaded my arm through here to grab the back of his head to force him back in this direction so that I could start to attack him out. So just a little setup that I did right out of the gate to hopefully get things in a better situation for me. So as my training partner tried to overreact to me threading that arm through, he actually went in the direction I was trying to go. Okay, and now we pass back through, and I transition him out. Now, my training partner is doing something very, very smart here. So let me just change colors here so it's a little bit easier as a contrast. So he's doing something very, very smart here. He's framing at this 90-degree angle here and here, going very, very strong, trying to prevent my hip from invading his space here. Now, homie don't play that, so I smash right through. So I end up being down in real heavy with my hips here to collapse this space through, and that's how I was able to force it through, all jokes aside. And so from here, I'm trying to set up the gift wrap, but again, he's super duper savvy, so that's not going to come easy. So let's talk about something very, very subtle that's going on right here in the legs. So personally, I'm a fan of doing the BJ Penn style mount. It's where you end up crossing your ankles, very much like you're making an X or something. And since we're here, it's probably good to highlight that my leg out here, I think of this as my kickstand. So, you know, if you got a motorcycle, which I'm not going to draw because, let's be honest, my drawing skills are terrible. But let's say you got a kickstand here and the ground here. It's this angle that's going to help the motorcycle from falling over. Very much the same way that I'm using my leg. So as I'm transitioning to mount, I'm popping through, trying to get my legs through. So as he bridges, every single time, I'm just closing up that space, bringing my ankles closer and closer together here. Okay. And another thing that I want to point out real quick is when I'm in with my hips, just take a look at my body here, my overall alignment is to try to get my hips forward. It's very much the way that I describe it as, you know, imagine you're Superman flying over the sky. You want to be at an angle like this because I'm physically connected to him. There's absolutely no daylight in between us. And my legs are pinched in here and here. The reason why this is important is every time he tries to generate power, he's going to have to lift my entire body weight when this is happening. And then additionally, as he tries to create that space and bridge out, I'm just tightening up that space every time. So every time he moves, believe it or not, is actually getting tighter and tighter. So he's trying to screw with my ankles by stomping on them. I'm like, okay, well, I realize I'm not going to be able to hold this forever. So I end up purposefully unlocking my legs and then hiding them. This is actually the perfect angle to highlight this. I'm actually hiding my legs underneath his legs. Now, I know this may not seem like that big a deal at the outset, like, okay, whatever, you got your legs underneath. But I want you to think about this as this person is trying to bridge. What he wants is to get his legs roughly like so and be able to bridge up in this direction. Because my legs are completely underneath his in this orientation, even if he does bridge up, there's literally nowhere for my legs other than, teleporting through his legs for him to pop me off him. So this is a great position on the lower half of the body. And then on the upper half of the body, I just want to point something out. I'm a big fan of hooking underneath here and going through. You can see there's so much pressure being exerted right now, you can actually see the vein popping out of the side of his head, like so. And I'm forward with my upper body here. The reason being is, as he bridges, I'm still connected, just as I previously talked about. But let's say he's able to completely overpower me and I just can't hold on. Well, at the very least, my opponent will probably be able to continue his rotation in this direction. And as he's doing that, I can just pop over straight to take his back. Just as a little tangent. All right, let's continue. As you see, we ended up right back in the same spot. In fact, if not worse. And one key detail that I want to continue to emphasize, because this is really, really important, my ankles are being pinched in towards his body. My knee is being pinched in towards his body. I'm not just letting this hang out wherever it's gonna land and then call it good there. There needs to be that pinch with no daylight in between. That way you can maintain this position on somebody who really, really wants you up off them. So I'm pinning the hands here. As he tries to bridge, again, I'm holding on, maintaining that position, being heavy in with the hips. So I believe here I was trying to go for Mother's Melt, which, by the way, shout out to Jeremiah Vance and Marvin Castell over at 10th Planet HQ for percolating that out in the system. It's worked very, very effectively for me. I believe here I'm trying to go for a gift wrap by using my trap that I was showing before with the Americana. But anyway, as I realize I'm not going to be able to get this, I'm still maintaining that overall position on top of him, so my base is secure. But anyway, that's been another episode of Going Down with Robin Williams. My name is Robin Williams. If you like that content, please let me know in a comment down below. If you have any suggestions for future topics, please shoot me a message, and I'd love to do some research and check it out. Alrighty.
So, with all that said, my name is Robin Williams. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the mats.
So, should I call the police or do you want?